You're just out of a relationship or you're in one and your sexuality is awakening again. You're excited and scared, and part of you is like, I want to enjoy this and be in the moment. And another part feels really trashy, like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this before marriage or before being a boyfriend or girlfriend or before I'm really ready. You feel that sex is intimate and spiritual and should be taken seriously. We're talking about this today, but why you have those confused feelings, because once you know, you can do it differently, because you'll feel different and you'll have a more connection with yourself. Like Dr. Phil says, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. Welcome, Wild Woman, to the Wild Woman Enchanted show, where life is better, a TV show about your life so you can take your life back and make time for you and your dreams. I'm Elizabeth McLeod. I'm the host of the Wild Woman Enchanted show, and I'm here with the lovely Sarah Xoxo. Isn't she wonderful? And we're going to share with you what happens when you feel confused when being sexually intimate, and open up the conversation with yourself so that you know what you want to do about it. This is part one of a two-part series. Before I begin, if you're having trouble knowing how to make decisions and following your instinct and intuition, you definitely want to sign up for my free e-course and guide on how to begin using your instincts and flow with your life right away so you can feel better. I'm speaking from experience and from my clients' experience as well. You can register below this video where you'll find the link to sign up to start today. All right, let's get started. Hi, I'm Elizabeth McLeod, and I'm the author and illustrator of the Wild Woman Mystery Cards, founder of Wild Woman Enchanted, and teacher and student of all things magical, which I love.
I'm Sarah Xoxo, and I'm a speaker and a life artist.
When we're in the beginning of a relationship, what happens? When do we have sex? When do we not have sex? How does it feel?
Such a question for women.
Big question for women.
Big question. Yeah, and big stigma.
Big stigma.
Yeah, you know,
Lots
was
of
she a
judgment.
first date kind of girl?
Yeah.
Or a 10th date kind of girl?
And how many does she have? I know, there's all these things, all these judgments that come with us, and then all our dogma that comes after us from what we grew up in and everything. When we're first into a relationship too, that's when, you know, we're heightened and we're like more excited and everything, and all of those, everything gets expanded.
Yeah, my mom used to say, you know, when women met men and had sex with them, it released endorphins, and those endorphins would essentially cause women to step over things that would normally be red flags because they were caught up in the almost the drug or the addiction of that feeling.
Mm-hmm. And I think that brings me to thinking about, and I'm glad you brought that up, because, you know, when we have injured instincts, which most of us somewhere along the line do, and I think every woman can relate to this. It's like you've overridden some kind of instinct or feeling. You had a sense of something and you overrode it for whatever reason.
Yeah, the red flags.
The red flag that you talk about. So when you override that, it's like usually before, it's like when you're young and you don't have your inner alarm system on yet. It's not, we don't know how to use it yet.
It numbs it almost.
Yeah, and so we override that, and then we don't get to mature. So we have that naive sense of where that is. Not naive in a bad way at all. It's really a naive sense in what we need to do in those situations, because we overrode something that we knew, sensed something that was off, and now here we are growing up and sort of something happens and that place gets triggered, you know.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of sexual relationships for women are rooted inside of being validated and feeling good enough.
And feeling good enough, and it's very hard to do that if you've got an injured instinct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so when you're sort of faced with that place, it's like, how do you overcome that? How do you get to a place where you can trust that inner feeling that you know, okay, this is okay or this is not? Because once it's been injured, then of course there's something that has to open up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Sex, you know, in itself comes with a lot of stigma and a lot of conversation around, you know, how women feel about it, sexual abuse, past sexual relationships, our bodies, how we feel about who we are. I mean, just so much. Our connection to our partner, our children,
For some reason, it brings me to that, like, your first relationship, your first sexual relationship, it's really a poignant one. It's also very powerful.
Yeah.
When you break the hymen, for example, it's like it opens up power on a spiritual level.
Yes.
It really opens up a lot of power. And we're also connected to our partners unless we cut that cord in spiritual talk or shamanic talk. And so we walk around with that all the time as well, unless you've cleared your past out.
Yeah.
You can do that in so many ways, through therapy, through energetic work, through also consciousness of that, because that's really what we're bringing ourselves into, is this conscious place of what it is for us that we want.
Well, I think for me, I'd like to see sex as a playground of consciousness, you know, where we connect on levels that are deep and where we learn about where we're least comfortable in our bodies and in ourselves.
And where we find joy. Where that intense pleasure comes, because sometimes we feel like we're not allowed to have that, you know. Oh my goodness, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or sex becomes a chore, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to give him sex at the end of the day, or I have to be a sexual, or we become objectified.
Right.
It's all about our bodies and how good we look and what we can provide men sexually.
Yeah.
And then we kind of get detached from our connection to that pleasure.
Right, and then those injured instincts come forward, and then we're really
sex is like
Schitt's Creek without a paddle.
It's like we could unravel the sex onion for a long time.
The
sex onion.
Perfect time for a card, don't you think?
Let's unravel the sex onion.
Presence. Yeah, we have to have presence with ourselves. If you're standing in the presence, though, of yourself, then you're going to know what the right and wrong thing is for yourself.
Yeah.
It's not a right and wrong society, because I think we get caught in this society.
Oh, like there's a mass agreement on
Judgment.
when to be, you know, dun-da-da-da, date number 4.
Yeah, oh, okay, I've had 3, okay, 4, okay, well, I can go
kissed.
this far, okay. Yeah. Oh, he's cute, oh, he's not cute, and we have all these things that go with it. It's like, oh, well, I can't see that guy because, well, he's not really that good looking or something, but boy, he has a really nice heart. But I'm not really, we're so conditioned.
Yeah, to try and make exceptions and not listen to our intuition in this area.
Yeah.
And to not recreate ourselves in this area.
And you know what I just thought of? That presence card. In my cards, they're chakras, they're all the chakras and everything. I just thought, whoa, it's the second chakra. Hello. It's not the root, but the second one, sexuality. We just pulled the card for sexuality.
Yeah.
That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Color is orange, by the way. And in my store, we've got all sorts of things for that. It's called allowing. It's the orange oil.
Imagine if we allowed sexual pleasure.
Imagine.
I had a huge breakthrough in this. I'm gonna like risk a personal share. Yeah, give it to me, girl. I want it bad.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit the like button. Share it with your friends and be sure to subscribe. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave us some comments below and tell us what you think. Sarah and I both read the comments, and we totally enjoy interacting with you there. Also, come join us in the private Facebook group where we gather as a tribe and dive deeper into our wild woman selves together. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you for part 2 in the next video.